Welcome, students and teachers, to this explainer. I'm your host, and today we're jumping right into a really fun, structured vocabulary journey. We're going to master 10 brand new dictation words. And we're not just going to memorize some boring list. We're diving into exactly what they mean, how to say them, and how to use them perfectly in a sentence.
To make these words super easy to remember, we've split them up into 3 fun themes. First, loud actions, then people and places, and finally, fire and revision.
Section 1. Loud actions. Our very first word is holler, which literally means to shout loudly. If you're trying to get someone's attention from far away, you don't just speak, you holler. Let's practice saying that together. Nice and clear. Holler.
Imagine you need your sibling who's all the way across the yard. You wouldn't whisper, right? You'd say, "I hollered for my brother to come outside." And notice how we added that ED at the end to make it hollered, because it happened in the past.
Next up is another loud one, bawl. To bawl means to cry very loudly. Now, it sounds exactly like a soccer ball or a basketball, but it means something entirely different. We're not talking about a single dramatic tear rolling down your cheek here. This is noisy, messy, loud crying.
I mean, we've all heard a baby do exactly this. The baby began to bawl when he was hungry. It's just the perfect word to describe that kind of loud, totally uncontrollable crying.
Now let's group 3 everyday physical action words together. First, we have sweep, which is cleaning the floor with a broom. So, mother sweeps the floor every morning. Next is kicked, which is hitting something with your foot. Think of the sentence, Rahul kicked the ball into the goal. And finally, we've got quit, which just means to stop doing something. A great example of real determination is, I did not quit even when the work was difficult. 3 awesome action words to add to your toolkit right there.
Moving right along to Section 2, people and places. Our first word in this theme is folks. This is just a wonderful, friendly, super informal word for people in general, or sometimes specifically your family members.
Instead of just saying the people, swapping in folks makes your writing sound so much warmer and more inviting. For instance, you could proudly say, the folks in the village were very friendly.
Now, let's look at a very specific place, the Rafter-room. A Rafter-room is exactly what it sounds like, a room or space tucked right up under the roof of a house. The rafters are those big wooden beams holding up the roof, so this room is nestled right up there with them.
It's usually a space used for storage, or maybe a cozy little attic bedroom. For example, the old boxes were kept in the Rafter-room.
Okay, now for a massive grammar trap that catches so many students. When we try to find something, we seek. But in the past tense, we never ever say seeked. It's just not a word. The correct past tense is sought, which rhymes with caught.
So, if you were looking for something yesterday, the absolute right way to use this action is just like this sentence. She sought her lost toy. Remembering sought instead of seeked is absolutely going to make your writing so much stronger.
Before we hit our final theme, let me ask you something to get your imagination going. What actually happens when you build a campfire? Think about the sounds it makes when it first catches, and how it looks when it gets really big.
Section 3, fire and revision. That brings us perfectly to our 9th dictation word, sputters. When something sputters, it makes short, uneven, popping sounds. It's exactly the sound a tiny fire makes when it's just starting out or an old car engine trying to turn on. A little pop, hiss, or crackle, that's a sputter. Picture this, cozy, slightly windy scene. The little fire sputters in the wind. You can almost hear it struggling to stay lit, can you? Using sensory words like sputters really makes your stories pop off the page.
But when that fire gets really big, it is definitely no longer sputtering. It becomes a blaze. A blaze is a large, incredibly bright, roaring fire.
You use this word when a fire is fully established and putting out a ton of heat and light. As in the sentence, we saw a bright blaze in the fireplace.
Okay, let's do a rapid-fire visual recap. We're using some fun emojis here to lock all 10 of these meanings right into our memories. Holler is to shout loudly, there's our megaphone. Sweep is to clean with a broom. Bawl is to cry loudly, matched perfectly with our crying face. Remember, sought means looked for, the magnifying glass. Rafter-room is our room under the roof. Folks means people or family. Kicked is hit with the foot. Quit means to stop. And finally, our fire words, sputters for uneven sounds, and blaze for a big, bright fire.
To wrap up this explainer, I've got a challenge for you students out there. Can you be super creative and try writing your very own short story using all 10 of these words today? I bet you can create an amazing adventure about some folks in a rafter room who sought a lost broom to sweep up before a blaze started. Give it a try and keep practicing those spellings. It really makes you wonder, though, what other powerful, loud, or fiery words are hiding in the dictionary just waiting for you to discover them? See you in the next one.